Starting off this countdown, we have Bill Hader and Rachel Bilson. In 2013, the pair met while on set of the movie The To-Do List. But at the time, they were both in relationships. Fast forward to 2019, the couple had both moved on from their past partners and found each other. Their relationship was officially confirmed at the Golden Globes in January, where they made a debut together. However, on July 10th, it was reported that Bill and Rachel have split. Although the two have called it quits, they remain amicable. In our 9th spot, we have Jeff Lewis and Scott Anderson. Jeff Lewis, known for his show Flipping Out, revealed on his radio show on May 4th that the couple will be splitting after a year of dating. He said, and I quote, "We called it quits over the weekend. The last 8 weeks have been kind of rough. He's had a lot of anxiety, a lot of frustration, and it got to the point where I felt that he was hypercritical of me." He then said that the reason for their split was because there was a lot of negativity and always a lot of complaining. He also stated that he regrets not going to therapy with Scott, but everything happens for a reason. But then on June 4th, Jeff shared a photo of him and Scott out with another couple. Could it be a double date? We don't know for sure. It may just be that the couple remain amicable. Moving on to number 8, we have Ashlee Benson and Cara Delevingne. I wish this one wasn't true. They were so cute together. In early April, multiple sources confirmed that the two had called it quits after almost 2 years of dating. A source said, and I quote, "Cara and Ashlee always had their ups and downs before, but it's over now." The pair were first spotted back in August of 2018 when they were photographed kissing at an airport. In 2019, Delevingne confirmed their relationship. Now the two have moved their separate ways, and Delevingne has been separate from Benson, quarantining with her friends. Coming in at number 7, we have Ryan Seacrest and Shayna Taylor. Looks like third time isn't the charm when it comes to this couple. Ryan Seacrest and Shayna Taylor have broken up. Again. For the third time. Their rep told People on June 29th that, and I quote, "Ryan and Shayna decided to end the romantic relationship amicably some time ago. They remain good friends, each other's biggest supporters, and will always cherish their time together as a couple." The couple started dating back in 2013 when they met through mutual friends. In 2014, they broke up for a brief period of time, but then moved in together in May of 2017. In 2019, the pair broke up again, but later that year they were spotted on vacation together and told sources that they had reconnected. But now the couple has split again. So what do you think? Is there still hope for them? Will they get back together again in the future? Let me know in the comments below. In our 6th spot, we have Julianne Hough and Brooks Laich. On May 29th, Julianne Hough and Brooks Laich announced that they will be splitting up after 3 years of marriage. The couple met back in 2013 and apparently hit it off instantly. Then in 2015, after a little more than a year and a half of dating, the two became engaged. In 2017, they tied the knot, but sadly they have made the decision to call it quits. They released a joint statement that read, "We have lovingly and carefully taken the time we have needed to arrive at our decision to separate. We share an abundance of love and respect for one another and will continue to lead with our hearts from that place. We kindly request your compassion and respect for our privacy moving forward." Apparently, the two were social distancing separately during the pandemic, and that's when they started to realize that they didn't mind being apart. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with Stacey Dash and Jeffrey Marty. Stacey Dash, the actress best known for Clueless, announced on April 30th that her and her husband will be parting ways. She made an announcement on her Instagram that read, and I quote, "Hello everyone, my husband and I have made the hard decision of ending our marriage. After much prayer, I feel this is the right path for both of us. I wish him nothing but the best." She added, "Thank you everyone for your support and respecting our privacy during this difficult time." This is Dash's 4th time ending a marriage. The two got married in April of 2018, only 10 days after meeting each other. 10 days? That's not enough time to get to know someone. They could have been a serial killer for all we know, but thankfully that wasn't the case. The marriage lasted 2 years before they went their separate ways. Coming in at number 4, we have Megan Fox and Brian Austin Green. Megan Fox and Brian Austin Green started dating back in 2004 and tied the knot in 2010. From there, they had 3 sons together. But on May 18th, during an episode of Green's podcast, he announced their breakup. He said, and I quote, "Megan has always been honest with me. I've always been honest with her. We've had an amazing relationship. I will always love her, and I know she'll always love me." Although they both went their separate ways and Megan is now dating Machine Gun Kelly, Green still isn't filing for divorce yet. Source claims that he wants to give Megan space and is hopeful that they will find their way back to one another. That's really cute. Moving on to number 3, we have Scott Disick and Sofia Richie. The reality star and influencer Scott Disick and Sofia Richie have called it quits after just over 3 years together. The breakup was confirmed on May 27th after Scott's brief trip to rehab. One source says that they are technically split, but Sofia has been in touch with Scott. Another source says, and I quote, "There wasn't a fight or anything bad that happened between them. Sofia simply wishes to do her own thing while Scott takes care of his health." But another source claims that there's more to it than just that. The source says, and I quote, "Scott is always going to be in love with Courtney, and that's something Sofia has had to face since even before she got serious with him." They continue on to say that Sofia realized that she wasn't going to be Scott's priority. In our second spot, we have Kelly Clarkson and Brandon Blackstock. Kelly Clarkson and Brandon Blackstock have announced their split after 7 years of marriage. Clarkson filed for divorce on June 4th. A source told People magazine that, and I quote, "Things had changed in their marriage and the split was a while coming. They both work so hard, it's nearly impossible to enjoy each other, especially with the children needing constant attention." Another source says that the pandemic only made things worse for the two and just added too much stress on the relationship. The couple got married back in October of 2013 and shared 2 kids together. Source says that Clarkson is requesting joint physical and legal custody of their children and also requested that the judge not grant spousal support to Brandon and that they split the cost of the legal fees. And in our number 1 spot, we have Vanessa Morgan and Michael Kopech. Actress Vanessa Morgan and White Sox pitcher Michael Kopech are getting a divorce after 6 months of marriage. On July 27th, Kopech filed for divorce, only 3 days after Morgan announced her pregnancy. On that Friday, the actress shared photos and videos from her baby shower, where she revealed that she was having a baby boy. However, her husband wasn't in attendance. The couple got engaged last July after only a year of dating, and got married earlier this year in January. Now, we don't know why the pair are splitting up, but sources have confirmed that Kopech is the father of Vanessa's child. Starting off this countdown, we have Paris Jackson and Gabriel Glenn. Daughter of Michael Jackson, Paris Jackson and her boyfriend Gabriel Glenn have broke things off after more than 2 years of dating. On August 4th, it was confirmed that their relationship has come to its end. Jackson revealed that the two were constantly butting heads. She said, and I quote, "It's a very interesting dynamic. We both have double stubborn energy. I've always known I was stubborn, and I know that he was stubborn because he's a Taurus. The two are in a band together called the Soundflowers, but fans have no need to worry. The band will still remain together." Jackson said, "When we first got together, even if we didn't work out as a couple, we always would want to be in a band together. Our music was one thing we wanted to hold on to no matter what." Continuing on at number 9, we have Dr. Dre and Nicole Young. After 24 years of marriage, Dr. Dre and his wife Nicole Young are getting a divorce. Young filed for divorce on June 29 due to irreconcilable differences. According to TMZ, the two do not have a prenup, but they will be splitting $60 million in real estate. And they will also need to divvy up the profit they made from the sale of their $4.5 million home back in 2019. In our 8th spot, we have Simone Biles and Stacey Irwin Jr. Olympic gymnast Simone Biles revealed to Vogue magazine that her and her boyfriend of 3 years have called it quits. She told the magazine, and I quote, "It's hard being young and having that long of a relationship and then ending it, but it was for the the best. The pair went public about their relationship in August of 2017. Biles posted a photo on Instagram of her and Irvin with the caption, "Always smiling with you." But fans knew something was fishy after Irvin didn't wish her a happy birthday back in March. A couple months later, Biles revealed that they have split. Coming in at number 7, we have Casey Musgraves and Rustin Kelly. On July 3rd, the two singer-songwriters announced that they will be separating after 2 years of marriage. The pair met at the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville in March of 2016. The next year, in October, they got married. In a joint statement, the two said, "With heavy but hopeful hearts, we wanted to put our own thoughts into the air about what's happening." They continued on saying, "We've made this painful decision together. A healthy decision that comes after a very long period of trying the best we can. It simply just didn't work. Though we are parting ways in marriage, we will remain true friends for the rest of our lives. We hold no blame, anger, or contempt for each other, and we ask for privacy and positive wishes for us both as we learn how to navigate through this." They concluded saying that their connection and love for each other will never be erased. Moving on to number 6, we have Cole Sprouse and Lily Reinhart. Sorry for all you Bughead fans out there, but the Riverdale actors have reportedly split up. The two met back in 2016 on the set of Riverdale. From there, they really hit things off, but always kept their relationship more low-key. Sources say they began dating in 2017 and dated for nearly 3 years. A source told People magazine that the pair had often been on and off again, but they are currently not together. That statement was released when people realized the pair were quarantining separately. This was further confirmed when Skeet Ulrich, fellow co-star, did an Instagram live and answered a question about the pair, and he said they were a very cute couple. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with Timothée Chalamet and Lily Rose Depp. Let me start off by saying that these two were a beautiful couple, like holy. The pair were dating for just over a year, but in the May issue of British Vogue, Chalamet revealed that he was single. So all you ladies out there, now's your chance. The two first met while filming The King. Rumors of them dating began in October of 2018 when they were spotted grabbing coffee together in New York. Then they went on a vacation together in Paris, France. In September of 2019, the two were caught kissing each other while on a boat in Italy. But now, Chalamet is back on the market. In our 4th spot, we have Channing Tatum and Jessie J. On April 4th, it was revealed that Channing Tatum and Jessie J had split again. The pair were first linked together in October of 2018. It's said that they dated from late 2018 until December of 2019 when they called it off for the first time. Then in January, they got back together, but now they have broken it off again. According to People magazine, the reason for the breakup is due to their hectic schedules. A source revealed that the breakup was amicable and they feel like they are just better off as friends. Making our way down the list at number 3, we have Jesse Metcalfe and Cara Santana. Jesse Metcalfe, known for his role in John Tucker Must Die, great movie by the way, or Desperate Housewives, has apparently split from his fiancée, Cara Santana. A source told E! and I quote, "Jesse and Cara have been together for a decade and have had their fair share of ups and downs. They truly have been on and off several times throughout the duration of their relationship. Recently, they hit a breaking point and have been having issues. Cara really wants a wedding and she feels Jesse is still not ready to commit or agree on when they're finally going to tie the knot." I mean, the couple have been engaged since 2016, that's kinda long time. But rumors began to fly recently because they were spotted back together running errands. It was later revealed that they are not back together, but they're just on civil terms because of living on the same property together thanks to the pandemic. In our 2nd spot, we have Tracy Morgan and Megan Woolover. 51-year-old comedian Tracy Morgan and his wife of 5 years, Megan Woolover, filed for divorce back in July. Although Tracy Morgan is known for his humor, sadly, this is no joke. Tracy released a statement on July 29th to ET revealing this shocking news. The statement read, "Sadly, after nearly 5 years of marriage, Megan and I are filing for divorce. This is a challenging time for all involved, so I ask that you please respect our privacy. The couple got engaged in 2011 and got married back in 2015. They share a 7-year-old daughter together. A spokesperson for the New Jersey Superior Court confirmed to ET that a divorce complaint was submitted for filing, but that this case will most likely be sealed. And in our number 1 spot, we have Mary-Kate Olsen and Olivier Sarkozy. After 5 years of marriage, Olsen and Sarkozy are getting a divorce. But for this pair, it turned out to be very complicated. So on May 13th, they filed for divorce. But according to TMZ, Olsen filed for divorce in April, but it was delayed because of the pandemic. Then on May 15th, Olsen requested for an emergency divorce, but it was rejected. Finally, after the courts reopened, she was able to file her divorce petition. It was reported that the pandemic took a toll on their relationship. In fact, according to one news outlet, Olsen pulled the plug on the marriage when her husband invited his ex-wife to move into their home together during the pandemic. Okay, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want an ex-wife living with me for God knows how long.
Starting us off at number 10, Stacey Dash and Jeffrey Marty. Clueless star Stacey Dash and her husband Jeffrey Marty have decided to call it quits after 2 years of marriage. Stacey and Jeffrey got married back in April 2018, just 10 days after meeting each other, and have shared their ups and downs over the last 2 years. Man, 10 days and you're married? You know you're head over heels for this person when you marry them just after over a week. Stacey took to her Instagram to share the news of her split with her fans back in April of this year. Following the announcement of their divorce, fans were quick to point out that this comes just shortly after Dash was arrested for alleged domestic violence, to which she pleaded not guilty. There's been no word from Jeffrey on the divorce proceedings, but Stacey has wished him well, citing that she feels that this is for the best. Coming in at number 9, Tracy Morgan and Megan Wallover. Tracy Morgan and wife Megan Wallover are splitting up 5 years after getting married. Morgan issued a statement in July saying that this is a challenging time for the couple and asking for their privacy at the moment. Their love story sounds like something out of a movie. Tracy saying that he knew from the moment he saw her that they would get married, and even his struggle with rehabilitating after his major crash in 2015 to be able to walk his wife down the aisle. Their split came as a surprise to many, and a cause has not been issued. The couple have a child together who's 7 and are looking forward to co-parenting. At number 8, Nicole Young and Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre and longtime partner Nicole Young are getting a divorce after nearly 25 years of marriage. The California rap icon and his wife filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. It's hard to think of what kind of irreconcilable differences would end a 24-year marriage. I'm thinking it's quarantine taking its toll on them like it has for so many other couples, but it must have been a huge issue to call it quits like that. They seem to have such a strong relationship. Their divorce has caused quite the stir lately in regards to their prenup. Nicole claims that Dre ripped up their prenuptial agreement after feeling badly about pressuring her into signing it. So technically there's no prenup since it was destroyed. I'm not a lawyer, so I can't make assumptions as to how things work in that kind of situation, but Nicole is using that as her argument to claim half of Dre's $800 million empire. The couple also have 2 kids, but they're adults, so there's no need for child support payments to be made. Basically, this is gonna be a pretty messy breakup since there's so much money at stake. In the meantime, we just have to watch it all unfold. In at number 7, Mary-Kate Olsen and Olivier Sarkozy. Mary-Kate Olsen has filed for divorce from her husband of 5 years, Olivier Sarkozy. Olsen seemed to really want out of the relationship as she tried to file her divorce papers multiple times. The first attempt was back in April, but as a result of the pandemic, the courts wouldn't accept any paperwork unless it was an emergency divorce. Olsen then tried a second time to submit an emergency divorce filing, but was halted in May after the judge ruled that it was not an emergency matter. Olsen was finally successful in her third attempt filing just a week or so after her second attempt. As this was unfolding, Olsen's husband Oliver had allegedly terminated their lease, and Olsen was ordered to move from her home amidst the New York stay-at-home orders. The last few months seem to have been really chaotic for Mary-Kate, and her determination to end her marriage as soon as possible has some people worried about her well-being. We can't assume anything is wrong, but it still seems a little suspicious. Only time will tell if something comes of this frantic divorce proceeding. Coming into number 6, Kelly Clarkson and Brandon Blackstock. Kelly and husband Brandon Blackstock have decided to split after nearly 7 years of marriage. The duo worked together on Kelly's talk show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, and they even have 2 kids together. Things on the outside seemed well, and they worked together, so that seemed to show that their marriage was strong. But now sources have revealed that they had a number of problems. On their divorce papers, they list the reason for divorce as to be determined or as irreconcilable differences, but we are being led to believe that it was the effects of quarantine that really pushed them over the edge. The two are seeking joint custody of their kids, but other than that, they don't really seem to agree on much else when it comes to their divorce proceedings. Clarkson has opted to refuse any spousal support, while her husband just checked other and doesn't have much to say about the monetary side of their divorce. Judging by how they've been reported to rarely agree on things, this divorce could become quite messy quite quickly, as those who are close with the couple say that on the outside they seem to have a perfect marriage, but that they definitely did not. It's a wonder as to how they even managed to work together on the show if things were that bad. Either way, I wish them luck as they continue through this. Halfway through at number 5, Jay Cutler and Kristen Cavallari. Jay Cutler and Kristen Cavallari have decided to end their 10-year marriage, citing irreconcilable differences. There's a lot of these. Following their divorce announcement in April of this year, fans started digging into what could have happened, and you know how they love to dig. Bringing it all the way back to 2011, fans began to look into what could have ended Jay and Kristen's marriage, starting with when Kristen briefly called off their engagement. She was cited saying that she didn't want to be the stay-at-home mom type, and that something had to change in order for her to go through with the wedding. Obviously, they worked things out and the couple were wed. Then, just recently on social media, there were allegations that Jay was having an affair with Kristen's best friend, though Kristen never bought into these rumors. All seemed well enough until the dreaded 2020 came along and brought quarantine along with it. Around April of this year, the two decided to call it quits. An insider claimed that they have simply grown apart and fallen out of love with each other, but some fans are beginning to think that there's more here to unravel. In her divorce filing, Kristen accused her husband of inappropriate marital conduct, and that such conduct is rendering their cohabitation unsafe and improper. As to what this inappropriate marital conduct is, we don't know, but one thing's for sure, their quarantine experience seemed to really put the pressure on their marital problems, and they just couldn't handle it. Coming in at number 4, Megan Fox and Brian Austin Green. After 10 years together, Megan Fox and Brian Austin Green have called it quits. Green spoke out about their split, saying that they started to split up in late 2019 after growing apart, and they really didn't want to make anything public too early. Green also cited that after Megan returned home from filming abroad, they gave it a few weeks before having a serious conversation about their marriage, ultimately deciding to end things. Things seem to have ended on good terms as they both came to the mutual realization that things just weren't working out, which is okay. Not all separations have to end badly, and this is exactly the outcome that both Megan and Brian were looking for. Recently, Megan has been seen out and about with rapper Machine Gun Kelly. Green spoke out about Megan's new relationship on his podcast, saying that he doesn't want Megan's new partner to be vilified by the media. He's done nothing wrong, and there's no reason that he should be receiving any grief for it. Now, although fans were shocked to hear about the divorce, it's not all bad. They seem to still be on good terms and co-parenting their kids, so really, all is well. It's nice to see a celebrity divorce that doesn't turn into a full-blown meltdown. In at 3, Casey Musgraves and Rustin Kelly. After tying the knot back in October 2017, Casey Musgraves and Rustin Kelly have filed for divorce. As yet another quarantine divorce who've cited irreconcilable differences for their split, Casey and Rustin seem to be on pretty decent terms. The couple has been cited to still have love and respect for one another following their files for divorce in July. The couple seems to be on such good terms following the breakup that they've indicated to the courts that they would be dividing their assets themselves without the guidance of the court system. This seems to look good for Casey and Rustin, since not many divorces end in such a civil manner, to allow the two parties to take care of their assets themselves. Following their divorce announcement, Casey and Rustin have shut down any scrutiny of the two, saying that their love for each other goes far beyond the relationship and that their soul connection is something that can never be erased. They continue to say that though they are parting ways in marriage, that they will remain true friends for the rest of their lives. They hold no anger or contempt against each other and seem to be navigating their divorce smoothly. Yet another good example that all divorces aren't ugly. Coming close to the end of number 2, Julianne Hough and Brooks Laich. After 3 years of marriage, Julianne Hough and Brooks Laich called it quits when they announced their separation back in May. Yet another quarantine breakup to add to the books. In a joint statement, the couple tells fans that they've decided together that they would separate despite sharing an abundance of love and respect for one another. Now, the couple hasn't officially divorced yet, but they say that they're taking their time and are in no rush to get the paperwork done with. Someone close to the couple stated that Julianne is taking her time with the decision, as being in lockdown brought up a lot of feelings for her. Brooks, on the other hand, is ready to move on. They're planning to file together, but Brooks is understanding of her situation and is giving her the time she needs to make her decision. I admire their unity in this situation. Being in the midst of a public breakup doesn't seem to be an easy thing, so the fact that they're being patient with one another and not speaking ill of each other speaks volumes on their maturity in this. And finally at number 1, Vanessa Morgan and Michael Kopech. Following a pregnancy announcement and just 6 months of marriage, Vanessa Morgan and Michael Kopech have filed for divorce. After nearly a year of dating, Vanessa and Michael tied the knot in January of this year. Then in June, Vanessa announced her pregnancy on Instagram, saying that she was overjoyed to be welcoming her baby boy in the coming winter. The internet was overjoyed to hear of the pregnancy, but the celebration soon turned sour, as just days after the announcement, it was revealed that Vanessa and husband Michael had filed for divorce. Michael and Vanessa have yet to comment on the divorce, but that hasn't stopped fans from speculating. Many fans have expressed their concern that someone was involved in an affair, many of those fans believing that it was Michael. Fans were quick to point out that in the photos Vanessa posted on her Instagram of her gender reveal party, Michael wasn't seen in any of them. Others pointed out the language used in the pregnancy announcement, citing that Vanessa referred to the baby as my and not ours, leading people to believe that Michael is no longer in the picture. Either way, it's sad to see a marriage fall apart, especially when a new baby's on the way. We have yet to hear any more on the story, but I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time until fans get some more answers. Starting us off at number 10, Ashlee Holmes and Pete Malleo. I really hope I'm saying your name right. The daughter of Real Housewives of New Jersey star Jacqueline Loretta has announced her split from husband Pete Malleo. The couple has announced an end to their 10-year relationship on Instagram, saying, "This was a difficult decision for us. We intend to be in each other's lives and continue to support one another as we grow as parents to our son Cameron, who we love more than anything." In their Instagram post, they highlighted how, though this was a difficult matter, they've decided to tell their followers as they've become more invested in the couple's lives. Ever since finding fame through her mother's time on Real Housewives of New Jersey, Ashlee has had to navigate her time in the spotlight. And now this includes sharing the news of her divorce. As of right now, the pair are focused on co-parenting their 4-year-old son. And he's got the cutest little chubby cheeks in the whole wide world. In at number 9, Katerina Scorsoni and Rob Giles. Grey's Anatomy star Katerina Scorsoni and partner Rob Giles have divorced after 10 years of marriage. The actress filed for divorce in early May, citing irreconcilable differences as the cause of the split. Here we go again with these irreconcilable differences. I have a feeling we're gonna see a lot of these on this list again. The two were married in 2009 and have 3 kids together, Eliza, Paloma, and Arwen. Just a side note to any Hamilton fans out there, do you get the urge to sing whenever you hear the name Eliza, or Angelica, or Peggy? No? Just me? Not Skylar sisters? No? Okay, just me. Okay, go. I'm a huge Hamilton fan, so that's in my brain right now. Anyway, the pair have said that they remain friends and they are committed to co-parenting their children in a spirit of love. At 8, Ne-Yo and Crystal Renee. R&B artist Ne-Yo and his wife Crystal Renee have filed for divorce after getting married in 2016. Their divorce seems to be amicable, as they really haven't had anything negative to say about each other. In a statement released by the musician, he says that he and his wife both have their demons, and that because of those demons it will be hard for them to stay married. He goes on to say that there is nothing bad about Crystal, and that she is a fantastic woman and that he will always respect her. The pair have 2 sons together and have highlighted that they intend to still stay as a family regardless of their marital status. At number 7, Adrian Pilecki and Scott Grimes. The Orville's actor Adrian Pilecki has filed for divorce from Scott Grimes for the 2nd time. After filing for divorce a little over a year ago, Adrian has filed for divorce once again, citing irreconcilable differences. There it is again. The pair took to Instagram to announce their split, saying, "Thankful for our time together as a couple, even more thankful for our deep, everlasting friendship." This divorce filing comes a year after Adrian tried filing just 2 months after getting married. This past May, in an anniversary post, Adrian cited how this year has brought them some ups and downs, but they were hopeful for their future together. I guess 2020 really nailed them there. And at 6, Jesse Metcalfe and Cara Santana. Desperate Housewives actor Jesse Metcalfe and actress Cara Santana have called it quits after a 10-year-long relationship. Now, following their split, cheating allegations came out after Jesse was seen with another woman just days before the news broke of the couple's separation. Paparazzi images show Jesse with a blonde-haired woman who he appeared to have his arm around and kissing her cheek. Scandal. The actor was also allegedly seen with another woman whom he was getting close to. Getting close to. Cara told sources that she felt totally blindsided about the whole affair and that she was afraid that Jesse wasn't ready to commit to her. Also, fun fact, Cara apparently didn't even know that they were broken up until she saw it in the news. Like, how did someone miss that? Did her partner just forget to be like, "Oh, hey babe, we're over"? What? Following the split, the two were reportedly quarantining together, so who really knows what's going on between them. Halfway through at number 5, Armie Hammer and Elizabeth Chambers. Elizabeth Chambers has reportedly filed for divorce from husband Armie Hammer after 10 years of marriage. Following their divorce filings, the pair have released statements saying that they've decided to turn the page and move on from their marriage. The couple have cited that they remain committed to co-parenting their children and are asking for privacy, compassion, and love during this time. The family have been quarantining together, though sources say that was not the initial plan. Their split seems to be on good terms, and I wish them nothing but the best. In at 4, Jordana Brewster and Andrew Form. Jordana Brewster and Andrew Form have divorced after 13 years together. The Fast and Furious actress filed for divorce just a few weeks after quietly separating from partner Andrew. Quietly separating, even though we all knew about it. I don't know. Although the pair haven't come forward to talk about the split, a representative says that they still have respect for one another and are focused on co-parenting their 2 children. The couple were married in 2007 after meeting on the set of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. Such a romantic setting, am I right? The pair have 2 sons, Julian and Rowan, and are focused for managing their family for the time being. Imagine falling in love on the set of a horror film. And not just any horror film, one of the bloodiest and scariest film franchises out there. Just wow. At number 3, Clark Gregg and Jennifer Grey. Marvel actor Clark Gregg and Dirty Dancing actress Jennifer Grey have divorced after nearly 20 years of marriage. In a joint statement, the pair have remarked that they made the difficult decision to divorce early this year, but remain close and grateful for the life they've shared and their daughter that they've raised together. It seems like their marriage ended on friendly terms, as no ill will has been spoken about either one of them, and they still seem to be amicable towards one another. Since their split, Jennifer has wished her now ex-husband a happy Father's Day, and the two have been seen posing together with their daughter after she graduated high school. Looks to me like things between them are friendly, and that's a positive. Coming in at 2, Jessie James and Alexis DeJoria. We have quite the cheating scandal on our hands here, guys. Reality star and mechanic Jessie James, also known as Sandra Bullock's ex-husband, has filed for divorce from wife and professional drag racer Alexis DeJoria. In a messy cheating scandal, Jessie and Alex are ending their relationship after 7 years together. This breakup is really messy because it was revealed that Jessie had cheated on his wife with at least 20 different women. Some sources have revealed that Jessie would sneak women into his home as well as fly women out to Austin to hook up with them in hotel rooms. His wife Alexis found out about his infidelity about 2 years ago, but didn't know how many women her husband was involved with, and when confronted about it, Jessie denied everything. Of course he denied everything, I mean, come on. It is also reported that Alexis tried to work things out with Jessie, but he wasn't interested. This is a lesson to everyone out there. If your partner cheats on you, you just leave them. Because if there's no trust in a relationship, there's no point on trying to salvage it. It'll just hurt more to be disrespected like that than go through a breakup. Finally, in at number 1, Pamela Anderson and John Peters. Actress Pamela Anderson had married and divorced Hollywood producer John Peters within the span of 12 days earlier this year. But now, after speculation has come out about Pamela sparking up a romance with her bodyguard, she's come out to talk about her brief relationship with John. Pamela told sources that she was never actually married to her longtime friend, and says that they never actually signed any papers, therefore they couldn't be divorced if they weren't married in the first place. There was a lot of confusion surrounding their relationship because there were some who suspected that Pam only married John for his money and then soon left him when her debts were paid off. Now, with this new information telling us that they weren't even married to begin with, I'm more confused than ever. I don't know what to believe at this point. I really don't.